They're not really known for their glamour, their style, or their soft, creamy skin. Actually, bowlers aren't really known for anything except for wearing rented shoes. But that's about to change. Maybe all the sport really needed was a woman's touch.
Rosa Parks, Susan B. Anthony, Jackie Robinson. All great Americans famous for breaking down barriers. And now, another great American is breaking down yet another barrier, 10 pins at a time. Her name, Kelly Kullick. Her game, bowling. Yeah, no, really, bowling. After bowling 45 games over 5 days, including a perfect game on her final outing, Kelly made the final cut, becoming the first woman ever to earn a spot on the Men's Pro Bowlers Tour. Starting this fall, she'll be taking her turn against the best of the best. But Kelly's not worried about her all-male competition. In fact, she's proud of it.
It's an empowering feeling that I bowled the best. Hey, I beat a guy next to me, and maybe I do belong out here. Maybe I can beat them on a daily basis.
She trains at this state-of-the-art training facility located in the heart of the Garden State, Jersey Lanes. Let's face it, bowling really doesn't have the fan base of NASCAR nor the endorsements of golf, and it's tough to name many, well, actually, even one millionaire bowler. In fact, pro bowling's top prizes usually top off at around 100 grand. And since Kelly is a realist, she spends most of her time working at her dad's auto body shop.
Kelly works, she does the office, she works on it, helps with the cars, picks up, does everything.
That's right. When she's not throwing strikes, she's buffing out dents.
Just with the preparation of painting a car, with sanding it, priming it, making sure it's clean and taped properly. Same with the sanding it, the surface, polishing, making sure it's the correct polish for the right surface of the lane, tape detailing with the thumb holes and finger holes. So there's a lot of similarities between bowling and body shop work.
Only now, she pauses for an occasional autograph.
There it is.
Call me every day, okay, Frankie? You're good.
Thank you.
There you go,
Kelly.
Frank. No problem.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Congratulations.
Park and fly, you got it.
You got it.
The youngest of 3 daughters and self-described tomboy, Kelly's been bowling since she was about the height of a pin. But bowling wasn't her first love.
The WNBA wasn't available when I was in high school. I really loved basketball at the time, but bowling was something that was offered to me, and I was good at it. I went to college and bowled in college, and when I knew that I could play with the women, I wanted to be out there full time.
And even though bowlers aren't always thought of as your traditional athletes, Kelly wants people to know this is actually a very physically grueling sport.
I always tell people to live a day in my shoes. Think about it, 14 games in one day, over 8 hours time, plus trying to find time to eat in the middle. It's really a strenuous workout that you have to go through. So I always say, live a day in my shoes and see what it's like, but we really are athletes. All the stories about beer drinking and hamburger eating, some of them, some people go their own route, but we really have to be fine-tuned machines in order to perform at our best.
And just like all athletes, she's trying to perfect her technique between interviews. Despite all the pressure of joining the men's tour, Kelly's main worry is still how all the work's going to get done.
It usually piles up. These are our files, all the cars that we have in right now of Hertz cars and other cars. My little pile over in this corner is things that I have to address, but over time.
And as for her place in the annals of bowling history, Kelly's pretty much taken it in stride. Though there is one thing about the sport she'd like to change.
I really hope that maybe a women's line of clothing will come out. Just like NASCAR, they tend to gear more towards the female fans now with the V-neck shirts. I hope that since a lot more people in the audience are going to be women and children, especially young girls, that this definitely feminizes it in a way, and there's more things to offer for the girls.
No matter what the future holds, Kelly knows she'll never stray too far from her hometown. Her family is what keeps her grounded.
It's just overwhelming. I don't know what to say. Words can't, I don't know what to say. It's unreal. It's just phenomenal.
Something tells me Kelly's fan base is about to stretch much further than the folks at Jersey Lanes.
Fred Schreier is the CEO and the Commissioner of the Professional Bowlers Association. Mr. Commissioner, how do you feel about Kelly being the first woman to make the cut?
Really excited to have her. She's earned it, and I think she'll have a great influence on the tour.
Now, is she going to draw attention like Danica Patrick did to NASCAR? Or?
I think she will. I think there's a fascination with women competing in men's sports today, and she's very articulate, very well spoken, and I think she's going to definitely draw a lot of attention.
Yeah. Now, you said something there that caught my ear. Sport. A lot of people don't see bowlers as athletes. Is that fair, unfair? Where do you stand on that, Mr. Commissioner?
Ro, I think they're definitely athletes. As Kelly said in the piece, it's physically very grueling. I mean, they bowl up to 21 games a day, throwing a 15, 16-pound ball down the lane, and you got to be in great shape. You need legs, you need conditioning and stamina, and it's pretty grueling.
Actually, you need a steroid scandal, I think is what you need. That's going to draw a lot of attention to the sport, sort of big, beefy, you know, sort of thing.
We're working on that right now. Yeah.
Now, you know, when we were growing up, bowling was a huge Saturday afternoon TV sport. It doesn't really have the big national contract anymore, right? Isn't that one of the issues?
Right. We're on ESPN on Sundays.
It's the competition. We never talk about that. Do you now, obviously, NASCAR, there was actually, at one point, they were talking about it being sort of like a NASCAR marketing push for bowling. That hasn't yet materialized.
Well, you know, our viewership is good. Our appeal to the fan base is strong. We're a very, you know, highly rated show. Obviously, we don't have anywhere near NASCAR's attention or publicity at this point, but we appeal to much the same audience.
Do you think you'll actually find women watching because you've got a woman bowler?
I think it'll definitely contribute. I mean, we have a fairly significant women's audience anyway, but I think Kelly's involvement certainly should bring new women viewers to the show.
It's the fashion, right? That's what's drawing the women to bowling.
They love the bowling shirts, you're right. They can't get enough of it.
All right. Mr. Commissioner, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure, Earl. Good to be here.
Later on Glenn Beck.
You just kind of hit the zone like any other sport. You just focus on your plate. You don't worry about anybody else. Ideally, that's what I go for, is that centered ability to block everything out.